Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you join me from in the world. I'm Jack Tarlad. This is me ship, the Salt Pig. Welcome aboard for a Wednesday night broadside. Yeah, it was a shock to me as well. We're going to be having the broadside stream on a Wednesday from now on, 8 o'clock. As if any of you are already here, you'll know that. We've had a lot happen over the last month. I feel like I'm clipping a bit. I'm just going to try and turn myself down. Give me a sec. 1, 2. We'll see if that's any better. Yeah, had a bit of a strange month. Had a lot of family stuff to sort out. So I just thought it'd be best to take a month off, figure out where I'm going with the channel, what direction I'm taking. And so, yeah, I can kind of give you a little bit more of an update now. So, I'm going to be, as I said, doing the Wednesday night live streams. I'm also going to, I think I'm going to start doing a Monday morning live stream, a gaming stream. And I might do one on a Wednesday morning as well as on the night, because Wednesday and Tuesday I seem to have the most time free, but I want to be able to use the Tuesdays to edit videos and stuff like that, because I'm outputting shorts and I'm going to be pre-recording videos as well. I've realized from just talking from other streamers that, you know, you don't always get the time to stream, but you can sort of edit a video as and when you go. So I think I'm going to be doing a little bit more of that. What have we got in store tonight, boys and girls? What have we got indeed? There's so much to get through. So much has happened over the last month. We're going to be talking about Andrew Tate and his arrest and his extension of his arrest and the witnesses that have come forward, and then like we're going to get into the whole debacle, because that's like the pretty much the biggest part of this stream today, because as I delved into it and the more and more I found out about it, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. It was a rabbit hole that I was not prepared to go down, and it just spiraled out of control. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about Elon Musk and how he's a massive hypocrite. Oh, that's another thing. I'm going to have to watch about how I swear as well. I'm used to swearing like a sailor, but since YouTube have changed their rules, I don't think I'm going to be doing that as much anymore. But nevertheless, going to be talking about Elon Musk and his hypocrisy over the Brittany Venti quartering, Eliza Blue, censoring and banning whole situation that's going on there, and we're going to talk about why Elon Musk is an absolute hypocrite because of the whole situation. And we're also going to be talking about, when does a trans woman become a woman in society? Like, what is the crossover point? And it kind of all stems from this story that's going on at the moment about this this he no she gets a bit grapey with the PP. And so that's going on in Scotland at the moment. If you don't understand what it was that I just said there, basically there's a dude who's claiming to be a woman who raped a couple of women back in 2016 and 17, I think it was. And now that he's going to prison, all of a sudden he's decided that he's female. So we're going to take a good hard look into that. There are a load of other little things that I thought of to throw into the stream, and I can't particularly think of them now, but I've got some things lined up in Chrome. So right, that's another thing that you can do. Yeah, look at this. Fancy. This is fancy. This is watch. I'd like you to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, leave a little comment down below or in the chat there. Say hello, wave to us, you know. Hello, anyone who's in the chat at the moment. But yeah, that's the kind of production quality you get in with this change, you know. Like, yeah, let's play it again because it's good. Fancy. Look at that. Oh, that is fancy. That is. Anyway, where are we going to start? I don't want to start with Top G because it's a big thing, and so I think where we're going to start is the whole Elon Musk thing. Why am I calling Elon Musk a hypocrite? Right. Well, if you're not in on it, basically, there's a lady on in the internet social sphere named Eliza Blue, and if you also don't know, there are two other personas, Brittany Venti and Jeremy Hambley, as he's known, the Quartering. And basically, Jeremy from the Quartering shared a screenshot of a video that is publicly available on YouTube and Twitter at the moment of this Elijah Blue, and she didn't like it, and she threatened to sue Jeremy and got the content struck, and it forced him to be banned from Twitter. Most people who are watching this video already know all this crap, but I'm just explaining it for the people who are completely out of the loop, who haven't got a clue. You know, this is for them, basically. Brittany Venti is also another persona on the internet, and I think in solidarity, she posted exactly the same picture as if to say, well, fuck you, come on, do it to me too. And she did. So both Jeremy, I'm pretty sure Brittany's still banned because the hashtag free Brittany Venti and the hashtag free the Quartering have been trending non-stop for about 3 days now. And do you know what? Whilst I was just reading, like literally just as I'm talking to you, Elon Musk has responded to all of this, and I've been saying this is a whole hypocrite, and he's just responded. I'm going to carry on with the segment anyway. This is happening live as we go, but yeah, I don't know about this. Right, I'm sorry. I'm keeping you out of the loop whilst I'm reading that. I need to focus. I need to carry on with this section. So anyway, we're going to go straight into it. Look, so here's Brittany Venti. Oh, hang on. No, not that one. Not just yet. Here he is, the Quartering, right? You can see the last tweet that he put out here was this tweet it's violated the Twitter rules. Yeah, anyone who's been around this sphere already knows all this stuff anyway, like I've said, but for those of you who don't know, there's the post. It's been stopped, and he hasn't posted anything since. Obviously, he's banned off Twitter at the moment. He has been allowed the opportunity to get back on as long as he deletes the tweet, but I don't think that he should personally. Now, he obviously did that the other day, and then Brittany Venti, in her own true form, in solidarity with him, decided to post the same thing. And where is it? Come on. Thought I had this set up. My apologies, but I can't seem to find it now. But anyway, she's tweeted it out anyway. She's been, banned from Twitter. She hasn't uploaded anything, since she was, since the other day, since it all happened. And so anyway, yeah, it was basically a video of Eliza Blue that she made a while ago, and it's freely available on YouTube, and so they posted a screenshot, and that's why they've been banned, because Eliza Blue said no, 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 no. So we're going to go to Eliza Blue's page here just quickly. And so this is the response to the whole situation, or the first response, at least, to the whole situation. I'm going to address this one time and one time only. A non-consensual photo. Oh, sorry. I tell you what, I'll put it on the screen for you. That'd make more sense, wouldn't it? There we go. I'm going to address this one time and one time only. A non-consensual photo was posted of me yesterday on Twitter. The photos have been removed. The source of the photo has also been contacted, and I'm preparing to escalate to the full extent of the law. So, okay, so if she's saying the source of the photo, right, as long as she doesn't mean Jeremy, because that's not the source of the photo, right? The source of the photo is this other production company, and we'll see in a minute. We'll see the video. I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna be edgy, and we're gonna play it for you a little bit anyway. I haven't had an opportunity to see it myself yet, but we'll get into it. And here is some reader's context for those of you who haven't already read it. The photos were screenshots from a publicly available world star hip-hop music video that has been online since 2016. The video was made after Eliza Blue claimed she escaped human trafficking. Oh yes, I've got to actually point out, very importantly, that she is a very big advocate for people, children, adults, I guess, as well, who are being trafficked, and for all intents and purposes, I have no reason to doubt her integrity in that area, because I just don't know enough about it. I haven't cared enough to look into her background. That's not why I'm doing this segment. All I'm showing you is the little bits of what's actually going on, because that's not the point to my segment. Now, I guess the point to my segment is that she's gotten in touch with, you know, Twitter, flagged the posts or whatever, and they're freely available, and apparently it's violating Twitter rules. And I don't understand how it can be violating Twitter rules if it's like sharing an image of someone who it's, you know, what she's saying there is a non-consensual photo. It's like if you've put a photograph of you out there, right, and it's in the public sphere, and someone takes a photograph of that, yeah, and goes home and wanks to it, there's nothing you can do about that. Do you know what I mean? And it's exactly the same with Twitter. If someone takes a photograph of your poster in the middle of fucking... Oh, I'm swearing, ain't I? Well, at least I didn't do it in the first 5 minutes. Or did I? No, I didn't do it in the first 5 minutes. Anyway. But if you're going to go down to London, yeah, have your photos everywhere, or, you know, Leicester Square or whatever, have your photographs up, and people are taking photographs. You can't then sue them because they've got a copy of your photo, you know, your artwork or whatever. This is a public town square. You put your pictures out there. And so, anyway. So, Elon Musk's quite pally-pally with this Eliza Blue. And up until this point, he's not said a single thing about it. He's not... like, everyone's been getting on his case, basically saying, you know, free Britney Venti, but tagging Elon in it. Even me, I've been tagging him, saying you're an absolute hypocrite. You know, you've spoken to Jeremy on several occasions. Do you know what I mean, Elon? You've spoken to him, you've responded to him, and in a genuine way, and he's calling out to you for help right now to take a look at this, and nothing's going on. In fact, in my head, I'm kind of thinking to myself, at some point, someone's going to pull you up in the street and say, why aren't you doing anything about this whole Eliza Blue situation? And you go, I what are you talking about? I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. And what it turns out is that some Twitter censor who you've got working there is sort of like going, not bringing it to you, not showing you these tweets, not showing you this kind of stuff that you could help to resolve. And it should be resolved because they've done nothing wrong. They shouldn't be banned. I don't even like Brittany Venti. You can see here. Look, I don't follow her on. I don't follow her on Twitter. I don't follow her on YouTube. She's just not my cup of tea. She's not my. I might not agree with what she says, but I'll fight for my fucking. I'll fight for her right to say it. It's one of them situations. You can't just let this kind of thing slide. So let's just take a quick look into this. So yeah, this person here is turned around and says, so Eliza Blue is threatening to sue Brittany Venti because she used a photo from this publicly available video that she signed a release form for. Eliza Blue says it's non-consensual video. She's lying and being a bully. I don't like bullies, so here's the video. So here we go, boys and girls. We're gonna delve deep into the past, I guess, of Eliza Blue and the musical stylings of some world star hip hop star. Oh no. Do you know what? I don't mind that we're not going to be able to hear it. I'm not entirely sure that I'm going to be allowed to play it, to be quite honest with you, because it might, as far as I'm aware, it contains a little bit of nudity, a bit of booba. So I'm just going to keep it down there, but you can kind of see what's going on there. Yeah, I'm looking at the monitor right now, and I can see what's going on the monitor. You can see, so like it's a rather raunchy sort of video. She's being quite seductive. She's half naked there. She's like covering her breast up. She's, physically covering up. I think there's like a scene I saw. Oh, there it is, the nipple pasty. So she's like completely. It's just a nipple pasty there. It's almost complete. Whoa! I don't know if I'm allowed to play that. It's fucking hot though. I mean, objectively, that video is hot. Okay, no doubt about it. But anyway, look, it's out there. And what's more, this Zach Voorhees here, he's got a whole video, like the whole video, and he's still got it up, being able to, And so that video is in response to this, what she said here, the previous tweet. So why is Elon a hypocrite? Simply because he touts free speech. He goes on like he's altruistic. He goes on like he's all about free speech, but it's only when it doesn't embarrass him or his best mate. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've had plenty of opportunity now. You've had plenty of days. And I know you're a busy man. I know you've got multiple companies to run, but I know you check your Twitter feed quite regularly. I know you check your notifications quite regularly. Or you've got someone who does, because of how frequently you respond. You've either got a PA there who you're just dictating, yeah, send this. And like they're looking through it and say, oh, this might interest you. Such and such has said, blah, blah, blah. And you're sitting there beavering away and you're like, yeah, just say something like this and that. But if the people that are supposed to be telling you things that you're getting tagged in, aren't telling you, or more to the point, you're just looking at them and going, you're looking at these tags, your notifications and everything, and you just go, nah, I can't step in on this. I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. This is my mate. That's what it looks like. It looks like you're trying to protect your mates. It looks like you're being a damn hypocrite and you're trying to protect your mates, and that you're not about free speech at all. You're not about helping. Now, I'm going to go back to the main Twitter feed because I saw this that Viva Fry posted. What's going on, Elon Musk? Twitter seems to have gone from freedom of speech to not freedom of freedom of speech, not freedom of reach, to outright censorship in no time at all. Is this article accurate? Politics ruins everything. Okay. Okay, this is something different. What did Musk say? First of all, it's not possible for me to fix every aspect of Twitter worldwide overnight while still running Tesla. All right, yeah, so that's what it says. We know you're a fucking busy man, yeah. We know you're a busy man, but you know, the amount of tags you've had about this whole situation over the last 3 days. And the other thing is, he's responding to things other than the whole Eliza Blue thing. He's talking about going to fucking Mars. He's telling Mike Massimino to hop on board the rocket that he took a photo of because this is going to Mars, and it's like, and you can't just take 5 minutes to address this and say, even if it's one way or the other, you just turn around and you say, okay, I'm still leaving them banned until they take it down. It's my fucking platform. I'll do what I like. Even if you do that, but don't be silent about it because you look like a hypocrite and you're making yourself look like a fool. You're making yourself look like a little bitch to your mates. You're like you've got no integrity, and if there's one thing I can't fucking stand in people, it's lack of integrity. People can't own up to their mistakes, or they can't stand up to their friends. You know what I mean? Even when their friends are wrong. I mean, you can't disagree that this is publicly out there for free, for all to see. It doesn't matter why the reasons are why she doesn't want it to be there. It's there. And if it's something that... if she's saying that the original creator of the video put it up and there's nothing that she can do about it, really, because... I mean, that's what it is in my head. It's Eliza Blue can't do anything about that video because she signed away some rights to it, some ownership of it. She signed it away. And that's why the original video can't get taken down. Otherwise, it's a case of she didn't give permission for that video to be put out. The original YouTuber, where it comes from, they're going to be taken to court, or they've been sent a cease and desist letter or whatever. And so it sticks with Jeremy and it sticks with Brittany as well until they take it down. Maybe that's the situation. But no one's coming out and saying that. It's all very unclear. And one of the things that I've noticed about Eliza is that she's, very good at dodging the actual subject at the heart of things. Why can't you actually just give us straight answers about things we ask about? I can't believe that video's been on the whole time that I've been talking about that. It's two dudes fighting. So anyway, yeah, I guess my point is, Elon, until you come out and say something about this, anything, you're an absolute hypocrite. But even more so, you're still going to be a hypocrite if you protect Eliza and you don't free Brittany Venti and you don't free Jeremy from the quartering. Unblock them, unban them without the threat of having to take down those tweets, because it's not right that they've had to do that. Basically, it's a freely available video, and I guess that's where the end of this section is, if you did like that section of this live stream, then please do like, subscribe, notifications, comment, and share. It's important for you to share because I'm trying to build up my subscriber count. It's very, very low right now, and I really want to build up that subscriber count. And your comments mean something to me as well. Some people have commented on my videos, and your input is valid, and it's always taken into consideration. I want to change, you know, the channel. I want to make it grow, and I want to make it fit things that you like to hear me talking about. So please let me know what it is that you do like and what you don't like, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to grow my channel. So yeah, this was going round. It's completely fake. It's completely fabricated. Where is it? Where is it? But it's basically this. It's a fake article. It's funny. But they're saying they knew. Why didn't the unvaccinated do more to warn us? The unvaccinated knew what we didn't. Some of them said too little. Now, look, I did. This was supposed to have come from a news outlet called The Conversation. That's where I saw the original screenshot a couple of days ago. I did some very, like half an hour's worth of Google searching using Google Docs and commands and stuff like that, specifically putting the words that were in this article into, Google so that I could find it. The only things that I was finding was screenshots of this conversation article, and then following it was the transcripts of it, and there was two, literally maybe two or three links out of all of Google that it linked to. And one of them was 4chan. I'm pretty sure one of them was 4chan or a Reddit board or something like that. And so I chalked this up to this is fake, because you'd have found more about it. In fact, the original post that it was taken from, it has an author's name in it, and it has the date being sometime in the future. So this was supposed to be like a leaked future publication. But basically, the author that was stated in that article was contacted, and he says, no, I didn't write an article called that, but I have written for The Conversation, and it was an article that was titled something completely different to that, and the date was back in January 2022. And so it looks like someone's just, gone into the inspector in Chrome, changed some things in the HTML, and made up their own little skit. So that's what it is. So please, boys and girls, let's knock this one on the head, because it is getting a bit boring now. This one, right? This is brilliant. Dr. Anita be eaten, PhD, Anita be eaten. Welcome to Elon Musk's Twitter, where literal slurs are allowed to trend. Hashtag obese. I mean, and people are going on like, is this a is this a parody account? It's like, yes, of course it's a parody account. I need to be eaten. That's the whole gag. How are you missing that? It's like, Ligma Johnson. It's right in your face, right up in there. It's as clear as the nose on my face. Anyway, we're not going to go too much into Twitter and the Twitter sphere, although there are a few things. Yeah, there's Yellow Flash sharing that video as well. Looks like everyone's trying to get banned. Right, anyway. So, next segment. Go back to this one. So, in this segment, we're going to be talking about Top G. Yeah. We're going to be talking about Andrew Tate, his recent incarceration, literally just 2 days before the new year. You know, Happy New Year, Andrew. And his brother, Tristan Tate, was arrested. I'm not entirely sure that Tristan's still in prison, is he? Is he still in the lockup? I know that Andrew is still in there. A judge has granted an extra 30 days to his detention. And as we'll find out in a minute, it doesn't make sense given the lack of evidence. So if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, once again, for most people who would come here for the title of this video, you probably already know what's going on with Andrew Tate. You probably already know who he is, but for those of you who don't, he's an online influencer, multimillionaire, self-made man, and he's known within the media for being a toxically masculine, misogynistic, woman-hating, well, I suppose that's what misogyny is, but, you know, abusive jock of a, you know, douchebag. That's how the media are portraying him. Now, I've got my own opinions about him because, you know, I'm not a fan of simp culture or anything. I'm not calling him a simp. I'm not saying that people simp after him. However, I don't like simp culture, which means that I don't like, you know, ethos that take advantage of the weakness of some men. And sometimes, you know, the sort of disability in some way of some men, in the, you know, the emotional disabilities and those kinds of things, and so they take advantage of men and, you know, dupe them into giving their money. And that's how Andrew Tate made most of his money in the beginning with you know, a webcam setup. It's an ingenious idea if you've got no scruples. You know, you get the women to do all the work for you. It's your setup, so you get 50%. They're doing the majority of the work, so they get 50%. And you're rolling in like poor simps money. Now, if I had no heart, I could go. I'm not saying that Andrew Tate ain't got a heart, because I've seen soft sides to him. You know what I mean? And I know he's got a heart. He's not like a sociopath, right? He knows what he wants. He's got strong opinions, and he knows what he wants. And one of the things that people don't, or at least women don't like about him, and feminists don't like about him, is that he tells them truths that they are all unwilling to sort of admit to. Because if they do admit to it, then it means that women have to come off a little weaker. And it's not all this, you know, strong, independent woman, I don't need no man. And these are just some of the realities of, you know, intersex relationships. There is a trade-off between the two. Men do things, women do things. There are some things that men preferably do. There are some things that women preferably do. There is a trade-off between the sexes. We work homogeneously to build better lives for one another. And so that's why they don't like him, is because he pulls them up on their bullshit. Now, I'm not going to go too much into it, because at this point it's been sort of played to death, the reasons why he's been arrested, but it mainly revolves around charges of rape and human trafficking, and being like the sort of leader of an organized crime unit that uses fucking, you know, trafficking as their main source of income. That's why he's in the nick, because apparently is it Polish? Is he in Poland? Romania. That's it. Yeah, he's in Romania. The police in Romania have apparently been investigating him. Yada yada. We're going to get into it now. So this is where it started, I guess. The Tate brothers were detained in a raid conducted by the Directorate for Investigating Organised Crime and Terrorism, or DCOT. On Thursday, this was the 29th of December 2022, by the way. On Thursday, Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan Tate were reportedly detained following a raid by Romanian authorities. According to the Romania outlet, that word, the Tates... Oh, hang on. I've not got it on here again, have I? Silly me. Sorry, boys and girls. Something I've got to remember to do. On Thursday, we've read all that. Tates were detained for 24 hours following a raid conducted by those guys. There's a video of him being arrested. Okay, there's a video of him being arrested. Footage shows one of the brothers being escorted from the building by special forces in handcuffs and being placed in a car. Here's one thing that I'm going to point out now, right? Some leftist news outlets, they've been taking a photograph of Andrew Tate. He's sitting in the back of the police car and he's doing this. This is the sort of position, and so he's got his hands like this. Now, before this arrest, I've seen hundreds of videos of Andrew Tate where he's doing this, because I've seen loads of games I've seen him playing chess a lot. Now, what they're going with is, what is this hand signal that he keeps using? Because children in young boys in the UK are starting to copy it and like it's some kind of fucking underground code. This was the way that his father used to sit when he thought about things. And so he emulates that because it's his fucking son and it's his father. So he emulates that. There are photographs of Emery Andrew Tate II sitting like this at a chessboard. There are several photographs and videos of Emery Andrew Tate III, or Andrew Tate, doing this at a chessboard and other places, because it's what he does when he thinks, way before this arrest. So, shut your fucking mouths, you stupid bunch of... Well, I'm not gonna be too coarse, but nevertheless, just shut up, because you ain't got a clue what you're talking about and you're trying to push a false narrative. Just shut up. Shut it. Okay? Stop talking. Anyway, so he's been arrested, yada yada. Yeah, from the Mirror, Andrew said one model they took from Bucharest used the name Chloe. Viewers were told she was in London, making her seem more attainable to UK men. So that's like an example of one of the girls that were working for Andrew Tate. You know, they basically dupe them into thinking that they were going to be, you know, coming over and marrying them and stuff like that, and they'd ask them for money, and it's, oh, I need a visa, and oh, now they're telling me I need extra money, and then like they're still waiting there. I was watching this program on, I think it's on Channel 4, maybe ITV, BBC, I don't know, it's one of the terrestrial channels. I was watching it over at my mum's, and it's these people who are duped by these, you know, these scammers. And this one bloke, he waited for like 2 fucking days for this woman at the airport. I mean, how long is it going to be before you actually go home, before you realise that she ain't coming? You're just going to sit there for 2 days, really? What goes through your head? And this is what I'm talking about. It's like, I can't relate to those people. I can't relate to those guys. It's just not something that computes with me. And so for me, it's like almost like they have some kind of sickness or an imbalance or a I don't know, some social conditioning or whatever it may be, that it's been taken advantage of. It's predatory. That behavior is predatory. Going after those guys and getting them to willfully give you that much money. It's madness. I mean, I'm jealous. I can't say I'm not jealous, but I've also got a really, really good conscience. And yeah, so anyway, let's get back to this guy. So here you go. Andrew Tate's prison detention extended by 30 days on judge's orders. Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan will remain in custody, in the custody of the Romanian police for an additional month after a ruling by a local court. The pair are being investigated over allegations of sexual assault, exploitation, and were previously due to be released no more than 30 days after their arrest on December the 29th. But a judge has ruled they can be kept in prison for a further 30 days while police continue to build their case. They haven't got a case by the look of it. We'll get into it. The reasons for the extension were due to be published as part of a written statement later on Friday. So tomorrow then, is that? No, yeah, 2 days. Holy crap, we've got to wait 2 days. All right. It's the second time the Tate's detention has been extended after a judge previously ruled it could be lengthened from the initial 24 hours to 30 days. The brothers lost an appeal last week. Against the first extension after a judge ruled there was substantial risk they could evade investigations and leave Romania and settle in countries that do not allow extradition. And he has said that he can do that basically in videos. He's like, I remember all of my numbers. I don't, and I have money stored away in, secret bank accounts all around the world, and I ain't got no cards, but I've got all the numbers in my head. So all I got to do is make a fucking phone call and say, I need a passport, I need this, I need that, I need a jet. I need to get out of the country. Let's do this, and he can just do it. I guess he's got fuck you money, what they call fuck you money. Is it $300 million or something like that? That's his net worth. 300 or so, more than that perhaps, but at least $300 million worth of, net net worth. But yeah. Brothers lost the appeal, yada yada. Local authorities claim they form part of an organised crime group with which forced women to create pornographic content as a webcam model. Andrew Tate. Someone's got to meme that, surely. They come out with a character, Andrew Tate, and it's like a parody of Andrew Tate. Come on, someone's got to do it. Andrew Tate, a former kickboxer, has gained millions of mostly young and male followers online after pumping out videos expressing views he openly accepts are sexist and misogynistic. He's never ever said that. He's never ever said that what he says is sexist and misogynistic. What he said is that other people think that what he says is sexist and misogynistic. It's like, yeah, you might think that to you, yeah, I'm sexist, I'm misogynist. And it's like me saying, it's like me going, I hate all black people was something that such and such has said way back when, but you only clip the I hate black people bit out of the video, do you know what I mean, with no context. That's precisely what they do all the time. Anyway, 36-year-old moved to Romania and to the Romanian capital of Bucharest in 2017, later claiming he believed he was less likely to face rape charges there. In one video posted on social media, he explained, "One of my reasons is the Me Too era. People say, oh, you're a rapist. No, I'm not a rapist, but I like the idea of being able to do what I want. I like being free." If she goes to the Romanian police and says, "He raped me yesterday," they'll say, "Okay, do you have any evidence? Is there CCTV proof?" And you can understand where he's coming from there. I mean, like, in some countries, things might be a little bit more lax, and you're absolutely right. If those are his tendencies and that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do, and he's going to go to a place that enables that. I'm not saying that that's what he's doing, but if he has said those things, then you're not painting yourself any favors there, mate. You know what I mean? You're not painting yourself in a good light, I guess is what I meant to say. You're not doing yourself any favors by saying shit like that. You might have fuck you money, but the things that you say can and will be used against you. Tate was banned from Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube last year for violating their community guidelines. I don't think that's true. But speaking to the BBC before their latest hearing, lawyers for the Tate brothers claimed prosecutors had not presented any new evidence in their application to extend the detention period and were optimistic that it would be denied. Yeah, and I actually saw a video of Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate's legal representation, and he was very articulate, he was very knowledgeable. Although I watched the video in their native tongue, it had the translation, and I assume that what was being translated in the auto translate was, reliable. I guess we're going to go to this video. Oh, hang on. So this is where this thing has all come in, right? Like, I started going down this rabbit hole. No, it's not that one. Where's the Vice article? Yeah, I think it was this one. So apparently Vice got hold of some WhatsApp messages. London in 2015, controversial alpha male influencer Andrew Tate was arrested over another allegation of rape in the UK following a complaint from a woman who supplied police with messages sent by Tate in which he wrote, "I love raping you." Vice World News reported earlier on this month that Tate was arrested on suspicion of sexual assault and physical abuse in 2015 following separate allegations by two other complainants. In 2019, the CPS, or the Crown Prosecution Service, declined to pursue charges against Tate for any of these allegations. The women who supplied police with the messages sent by Tate said police told her charges were not being brought because there was an ounce of doubt in the case. There was an ounce of doubt in the case. Okay. Among the dozens of messages and voice notes reviewed by Vice World News that Tate sent to the woman is a voice note in which he appears to admit to raping her, saying, "Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. It turned me on. Why am I like that? Why?" Like I said, mate, not doing yourself any favors. And I guess we could play them there, but we're not going to. And this Amelia, who they're talking about now, is apparently the third woman to reveal to Vice News that they had filed police complaints alleging sexual or physical abuse by Tate. And now he's been arrested on trafficking charges. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to close a few of these ones. Because like I said, I went into this whole little rabbit hole of things. Yeah, look, is that thing I'm talking about? No, that's the best one, isn't it? See, right here, this one. What is going on with Andrew Tate in this hand gesture? Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan seen using the sign during their arrest in Romania, and teachers in the UK say teenage boys are copying it. It's like, what are you talking about? That's how his father sat, and that's how he sits. That's what he emulates. Now, the reason why I find all this a little bit suspicious and a little bit fishy is it this one? Yeah. So, right. What you got to understand is, right at the beginning of this, I was reading a lot of reports about what was going on, why they were arrested, how it all got kicked off. Now, I read reports that one of the women who was apparently raped and trafficked by him is his girlfriend. I don't know. And she's an American citizen, apparently. She's Romanian born or something, and she's an American citizen. But what I also heard was that the Romanian police had got, like, it wasn't necessarily a tip-off, but they were working in conjunction with the American embassy because of this American girl, this girl who claims American citizenship. So it stands to reason, just on the face of it, that somehow this American citizen has asked the US embassy for help, and or the parents of this girl, maybe it's her family in America, they've asked the American embassy for help. They've said, our daughter, she's doing this and she's trapped there, and whatever. Or it might have been her, who knows. Must have contacted the embassy for them to get in touch with Tate, or get in touch with the police and have Tate arrested. Now, the thing that I find suspicious about it is that it's the American embassy, and he employed this American citizen, and we all know what they're like for sending in their own sort of spies and shit. All I'm saying is, it seems a bit fishy. And we're going to go into this. Oh, we can't, can we? Damn it. I need to be able to... There it is. I need to be able to set this so that you can hear it. Right. This is a video on Romanian TV. It's a news report. They're talking about Andrew Tate. This woman, Norica Nicolai, she's a former member of the European Parliament. She's a former prosecutor, and she was nominated in 2008 for the position of Minister of Justice of Romania. She got some credentials, yeah, much like all the doctors that were warning us about COVID, and the vaccines, and they were all shut up. They all had credentials, yeah, so they're not crazy people. This person knows what they're talking about, Okay, let's give them some credit. Let's give them some professional courtesy and some professional credit. They've got the credentials there. Let's hear what they have to say. Right. Now, I am going to play this almost in its entirety without stopping it. It's not very long, 2 minutes. And I'm not going to talk very much through it either, because you have to kind of listen hard. The translators do a good job, but some words are difficult to understand. So listen as best as you can, and I'm going to try and keep the volume in a reasonable state as well. So best of luck with that. Here we go. Nope.
And former prosecutor, she was also nominated in 2008 for the position of Minister of Justice of Romania. This is Norica Nicolae. You're paying close attention to the international actuality, and also you are a former prosecutor. What do you...
Hang on. I'm going to start that again because I was messing around and I wasn't actually looking at what I was doing, and I've got to do it for the editing anyway. I've learned some things since I've been doing some editing. Some of my live streams don't actually work out so well in terms of editing because I do this kind of shit. You know, I'll like miss changing over the overlays and stuff. It's a learning curve. I'm getting used to it. Anyway, we'll watch this video now of this woman. She is all the things that I said before and more. Norica Nicolae, former member of the European Parliament, former prosecutor, nominated in 2008 for the position of Minister of Justice of Romania. So here we go. I'm going to play the video for you now, almost in its entirety.
Norica Nicolae, former member of the European Parliament and former prosecutor, she was also nominated in 2008 for the position of Minister of Justice of Romania. This is Norica Nicolae. You're paying close attention to the international actuality, and also you are a former prosecutor. What do you think about this case so far, and what is your opinion on it after what you have heard here? I have not only watched the unfolding of this case on your TV broadcast, but followed this case closely as it made its debut at the end of the year during the holidays. Initially I thought it's a cover-up for something. But from what I can see, from a criminal point of view, everything looks like an improvisation. Even the judge has excluded the rape accusation, as what the prosecution had on file wasn't sufficient evidence to convince anyone it was rape, so the judge asked for more evidence. And regarding the human trafficking accusation, obviously a very sensitive topic for USA, who is monitoring human trafficking, it is quite improvised, rigged. My opinion is that the authorities in Bucharest simply executed an order. I think it's an operation. More important is to find out what was actually the main activity conducted by the Tate brothers in Romania. Because in no case the $100 million, others say it could be more, personal wealth cannot come from video chat. Of course, Adina is perfectly right. I haven't seen any people being deprived of liberty, being coerced to participate in such activities. Rather, they are some figures who have a certain influence, especially in the United States and Great Britain, who are against neo-Marxist formulas. They have all kinds of radical ideas. Sure, you can agree with them or not, but it seems that someone has given an order to make the Tate brothers disappear from their capacity to influence the public, especially Andrew, because he's the most vocal and has a certain influence on a significant number of the public. Tristan is calmer, so I'd rather think it's a workplace feud, a matter that doesn't belong to us, but to others, but it was executed in Bucharest.
Okay, so there it was. You heard it with your own ears. Former member of the European Parliament, former prosecutor, nominated in 2008, yada yada. They think it's a setup, it's an operation. And some American girl starts working for him. And then all of a sudden, the American embassy are coming in saying, oh, we need help with this American citizen. Just a bit fishy, that's all. And some other things that make it a little bit fishy is that there's these stories here. The New York Post here, this was on the 9th of January 2023. They've saying Andrew Tate accusers claim they made clear they are not victims. Okay, sex trafficking case against Andrew Tate is basically built on lies, according to two women who say they are being treated as accusers despite repeatedly stating that they are not victims. The official Twitter handle of the still jailed influencer was among those sharing an interview of two of the women listed as victims on what Romanian investigators have called a violent organized gang. This is very unfair. They don't deserve it, said one of the women, neither of whom was named in the clip shared, but who described them both as social media influencers. I don't understand the prosecutors said we're victims in this case when we obviously declared we are not the victims, she said. So this case is basically built on lies. How can I trust the Romanian authorities? The interview apparently, hang on, where are we? The interview appeared to show the duo, one with blonde and the other with dark hair. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. In the shared clip, which appeared to be heavily edited, one of the women said that, oh, that could be one of those shorts. So this shared clip, that sounds like a YouTube short. In fact, I think I've seen the YouTube short that they're talking about there. In the shared clip, which appeared to be heavily edited, one of the women said that the pair were introduced to Tate and his 34-year-old brother Tristan, one of the co-accused, through mutual friends. We ended up being like family, she said. I never worked for them or with them. We're just very, very close, she said. She maintained that she has constantly made clear that she does not view herself as a victim throughout the investigation, which started in April last year after 22-year-old American woman, there you go, see, said she'd been held against her will and raped by the ex-kickboxing champ. I think it's pretty embarrassing that 9 months after the first raid in April last year, because that's an important point to remember as well. They raided him already once and they found nothing and they had to release him, basically. I think it's pretty embarrassing that 9 months after the first raid in April last year, when we gave our statements in which we clearly said we weren't the victims, that they are being used against the brothers, she said. I'm pretty annoyed and upset and I don't understand why this is happening. This was the video that I saw of the prosecutor, the defense for the Tate brothers. So Tate's attorney, Eugen Videnek, is it? Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Look, I can't speak Slavic names. Sorry, I've not got the tongue for it. Tumpity Tum, where were we? In a separate interview, also shared on Tate's Twitter page, his attorney also appeared to reference the two women when asked about the 6 complainants. Not true. It's not 2 complainants, but not 6. Oh yeah, that's right. He says it's not 2 complainants, but it's not 6. He said that several statements in the case were from people presented as victims who did not have... Yeah, I'm just going over the same fucking things, basically. Yeah, here's another story of this teen who says that she dodged the accused's influencer's ring. Well, I think you got him to dodge yours. New details have emerged about the women accused of helping Andrew Tate run a sex and porn ring, as a Romanian teen claimed the alleged twisted influencer tried to rope her in when she was just 16. Tate's suspected accomplices, Georgina Nagel, 28, and Luana Radu, 32, who have been dubbed as Tate's Angels, were busted alongside the accused rapist and his brother Tristan at the Romanian headquarters of their alleged crime or operation on Thursday. Nagel, a US citizen, is rumored to be Tate's girlfriend, while Radu is a former cop. And so I don't understand. So which one is the US citizen, or is there more than one US citizen? Because one of them is apparently the people who the embassy are trying to help. So I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, anyway, Nagel, a US citizen, is rumored to be Tate's girlfriend, while Radu is a former cop who turned to porn, according to the Times of London. Long before she was handcuffed in the raid, Radu had worked 4 years at a police station. Yada yada. She makes more money being a hoe. She then started working, in adult chat rooms. Yada yada. She makes more money being a hoe. Get it? Okay, so the girl is saying that these women help coerce the sort of new recruits into the lifestyle, saying these two women are Tate's trusted lieutenants and his angels, a police... Oh, sorry, that's what a police source. A police source. Do you know what? Anytime they say an anonymous source or a police source or whatever, if you're not naming names, I'm sorry, it's bullshit, it's hearsay, I don't want to fucking hear it. You're talking out your ass. Now, one of the things that I'm a little bit concerned about as well is the fact that he keeps getting vilified for certain things that he's not doing, right? And it's the way that the other side who don't like him, they try to spin things. And this is a perfect example of this. Now, watch this.
We need to also address the one that's thrown into this, that I'm a woman beater.
Ah, yes, no, that you beat women. Okay, so the context of this was Andrew was on a reality TV show called... I'm not even going to say it. Fuck that TV show.
I was on a reality TV show. Let me give context. I was on a reality TV show. This is maybe 10 years ago.
If you don't know, Andrew Tate was on Big Brother on Channel 4 in the UK. I think it was about 10, 13 years ago, something like that. But yeah, he was on a season of Big Brother, basically.
A long time ago. And a video from me from 10 years ago, hitting a bitch with a belt, came out on the newspaper, right? And when it came out in the newspaper, everyone's like, Tate's a woman beater. He beats woman. Look at this man hitting video with a belt. Blah, blah, blah.
And the video is still shared by people.
So anyway.
So yeah, I mean, the video is going to come up in a minute. You'll get to see it yourself.
You catch more than the hand.
So, yeah, exactly. So you were on a reality TV show and a video of you hitting a woman with a belt.
Yeah, so video of me hitting a woman with a belt blows up. It's all in this is like 10 years ago, before the internet was big. So it's like English tabloids, blah, 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 blah. Andrew's a woman beater, Amber's a woman beater. The woman, obviously, now once again, this is an IQ test, right? Because any guy who's bad with women would look at it and go, Tate's a woman beater. Any man who's actually a G, who's been around a little bit, would look at the video and go, man, she wants that shit. That's just her. Like, she's with the big boss. She likes it.
A little bit of spanking.
You know, it's normal, right? But
look, if you know, you know. Okay, if you know that life, you know that life. It's just, it's not something you can teach, and if you ain't lived it, then he's totally right. If you ain't lived it, then there's not really much I can teach you. You just got to take our word for it that some women are into that shit.
If you're gonna get some spanking.
But if you're a dude who never gets laid, you can't fathom that a woman would want that. You're like, no, women want to be treated like princesses. I bought my crush a cupcake, and she replied to my text. So they can't fathom it. So really, this is not even an IQ test. This is a test of how good you are with chicks.
Well,
right?
what women do like being treated like princesses in the way that they like being kidnapped by big, strong villains. So
that is true. Princess Peach. We're Bowsers. So,
right.
You see, it's when they make stupid comments like that. It's like, you know, I can listen to a lot of what you say, guys. I can sit there and listen and laugh at it because it's objectively funny. It's objectively based. But when you're going around and saying shit like that, it doesn't do you any favors. It just makes you look like a couple of fucking douchebags. Okay, I know you've got fuck you money, but I mean, this just doesn't help you in any way, shape or form, saying shit like that.
It's actually a test of how good people are with women, right? Because the people who go, Andrew beats women, every time I see that comment, I just know that dude doesn't get laid.
Oh, at all.
Never.
Porn addict.
Yeah, porn addict. Serial masturbator. Yeah. But the dudes who get laid go, that's clearly fucking role play.
Yeah,
that's clearly role play. So anyway, the girl came out and made a statement. You can Google it. Came out and made a statement to the newspapers herself saying this. Me and Andrew was just playing a game. Andrew would never seriously hurt me. Andrew's a really lovely guy. I like him. She herself went to the newspapers.
Yes.
But then these dorks, because they can't fathom it. It's like a different reality. Yeah. In their mind, it's a different universe. So they're like, there's no possible way this beautiful woman wants to be with Tate. And he hit her with a belt. And now she's
never
saying
happen.
that she wanted it. That's not true. So
he must have a gun on her.
He forced her to say that. So now I forced her to go to the newspapers by her own accord. Because in their minds, they can't possibly fathom because they've never had a woman like them.
Yeah.
Right? They've never had a chick actually like them. So they can't.
You see, the thing is, I don't necessarily think that that's the case. It's just they can't back down on their, you know, they're doubling down, basically. They can't just hold their hands up and go, all right, maybe we were wrong. We jumped the gun a little bit. You know, we jumped in too quickly on this one. We said some things that we shouldn't have said. We're sorry. You could do that, but you don't. You double down on it and you just say, oh, well, she must have been coerced by him to, and it's just like, no, you're not doing yourself any favors there,
like,
mate, either.
No, that's not how it works. You buy the girl a cupcake and then she texts you back and then she fucks the other guy and then eventually in the end you get to raise her son that he had with the other guy. Like that's what they think how it works with chicks, right?
Their dream.
That's their dream.
Yeah.
So they don't understand it. So then I'm about to play you a video I made maybe 2 years after that event. So now it's
a 6-year-old video.
So now, no, I think that event was 9 years old. So this video is maybe 7 years old of me and the woman from the video, the alleged beating victim, sitting in a hotel room. This chick, who I'm still with, is cray cray. Listen to her. Turn around. Look.
You gonna do it again? Are you gonna do it like a man this time?
What do you mean like a man this time?
Last time.
Like a pussy. I'm being called a woman beater all over the fucking country.
Well, to me that was like a pussy. You need to do it like a real man. Or stop taking a bell off.
If you can't hear it, don't worry. I can't hear it very well either. I'm struggling to hear it, but I can't turn it up anymore.
Does that look like a victim to you?
Andrew, I'm just saying, you should have.
She was like, you didn't beat me enough.
You should have bought her a cupcake. I don't think you actually know anything about women.
So this is the victim.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you couldn't hear what she was saying, if you haven't got superhuman hearing, he's basically, he took off his belt and he's saying, babe, look at this. And she's going like, what the fuck you gonna do with that? Like you hit like a pussy. And he's going, babe, like they're calling me a fucking woman beater all over the fucking, and she's going, yeah, well, you ain't no good at beating up my pussy or something like that. You see what I mean? She's like, that ain't someone who's being abused, okay? That ain't someone who's been fucking trafficked. That's someone who's into kinky shit.
Alleged woman I beat up. Woo!
And you
can tell what a victim she is. And once again, everyone knows this is one of those things that's going to stick. Yes. I'm a woman beater forever.
Yeah.
I'm a woman beater. I'm a sex trafficker. Da-da. I don't give a fuck. You know what? along with the 100 please kidnap me DMs, I also get 100 DMs from beautiful women that these dorks, the kind of guy who would call me a sex trafficker or a woman beater, he DMs girls on Instagram, they ignore him.
Yeah.
Those same girls DM me, and guess what they say?
Please hit me with a belt.
Basically,
Yeah,
yes.
basically.
You're finally, put me in line, wink face. The number of girls who send me links to the video saying my turn, smiley, like it's crazy.
Who are
And that's the crux of it all, basically. It's like these women want to do it. Okay? They want to be involved in that world. They are, you know, there's got to be a certain amount of luring in. I'm not saying that it isn't entirely predatory, you know, bringing these girls in and showing them like the dark and wondrous mysteries of taking your clothes off and earning a shit ton of fucking money doing it. I mean, once you realize that you've got that much power with your body, I guess that's what sort of, you know, spurs you on, and that there are stupid blokes out there that will happily give you their money just for showing off, you know, not even that much. You don't even have to show off that much. You just have to pose maybe in like an anime sort of Nico made outfit or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you need to do something like that. You don't even need to be naked. You know, maybe I could start an OnlyFans dressing like Nico maids. Maybe that would, you know, take off. I doubt it very, very much. But if you are interested, drop me a line. I'm joking, of course. I don't get my cock out on the internet anymore. Anyway, like this only goes on for another minute.
Yeah,
It's
like
just them
married
talking.
And then Ethan say, this guy's actually sex trafficker. And then all his
He says Ethan a couple of times here as well, and I wonder if he's talking about Ethan Klein.
comments full of, yeah, he's a horrible person. And then a hot girl might catch a glimpse of the clip and then DM me saying, my turn, wink face. Like, it's all good for me.
Thanks, Ethan.
Thanks,
We
Pito.
appreciate it.
I just win.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
And by the way, as soon as the police give me my CCTV tapes back, the clips of the girl who accused us going out and getting pizza and shit, that'll be all over Take Confidential Live.
So, yeah. I mean, look. Call it what you will. But looking objectively at what the actual experts are saying, looking at some of the other evidence, like he's been raided before and they found nothing, right? All of these women who are working for him are not saying, yes, please help us. We need your help now that you're here. Now is the time. Please, you know, you can save us. You can pull us out of here. And you are our angels. You know, thank you for saving. But that's not going on. Okay. Do you know why? Because they're making a shit ton of money and they look like this. They look like these women right here. And currently, this is like the standard for young women to try and achieve, apparently. Yeah, this is the peak of femininity and beauty as far as the intellectual and, you know, rich world goes. I mean, they are objectively beautiful. Can't deny it. I don't know about her there. She looks like she's about to punch someone's fucking head in. Dunno. It looks like it's about to punch your fucking head in. You there. Yeah, you. She's staring at you. Not staring at me. What would she be fucking staring at me for? Don't tell me she's staring at me. Fucking cheek. I don't know. She got them come fuck me eyes though. Look, it's all a bit confusing. Having that American woman in there, yeah? And then all of a sudden the American embassy are like, oh, please, you know, Romanian government, please help us out. We've got an American woman there. Okay, where did that plea come from? That's what I want to know. you American embassy, who was getting involved in this, who made the request to the Romanian authorities, you know, to do an investigation or whatever the hell it was, yeah. What sparked that? Was it the girl who was being raped, or was it the family members of the girl who was supposedly being trafficked and raped, or who was that? Because that just seems like bullshit to me. The expert that we heard on the Romanian news channel, loads of credentials. She seems to think that it's a setup. She seems to think it was acting on the instruction of somebody, and that the judge is out of their mind to extend for another 30 days, considering that there was no new evidence given to the claim that he had raped this woman. And all of the media are against him anyway, calling him all of these things. And objectively as well, there are some things that it seems that he can't wriggle out of, you know, it being knowing, or it being known that he said them. You know, if it's an audio recording of him saying something, then you can't get past that. And so it doesn't do him any favors in that respect. But it looks, we all know that something isn't right here. And yeah, I guess that's where I'm going to leave this one. So if you did like that section, please like, subscribe, hit the notification. Make sure you comment, because your comments are important to me, and share it too. Don't forget to share it. Trying to build the community now. You know, I mean, need to get those numbers up. I'm at a whole 21 subscribers at the moment, folks. A whole 21. Right then. What's this? Flawed TV. Come on, man, I was eating. A sensitive content warning would have helped a lot. She looks like a windshield after a long trip. Yeah. That's like classic meth face, that is. I know what we were supposed to be doing next. Right then. So, in this segment, we're going to be talking about a recent development in Scotland. A trans woman was recently charged with 2 counts of rape. Separate women. He's been convicted. He's been sentenced, I believe. And I think during the time between conviction and sentencing, this person has decided to transition into a woman. Basically, it's a guy, and they've decided to transition into a woman. They call themselves India Willoughby, and they are currently being detained on... Oh no, they haven't been sentenced yet. I think that's what the they're being held in remand until their sentencing at a female facility, like a woman's prison, a woman's jail. Apparently, they're going to segregate her from the Gen Pop. And apparently, it's law that you have to separate sex, no matter if they're in male or female prisons. I think you have to separate serious sex offenders from the general population anyway. I think that's just like a general rule. But this hashtag has been trending today. Not our crimes. Hashtag not our crimes. And we start to see what's going on here. So this, I'm just gonna like read through the tweets as we go. If you record male violence as female violence, you will never know that it is male violence. And that is a quote retweet of someone saying, men who take on the legal fiction of being female are constantly and consistently involved in male pattern violence everywhere the legal fiction exists. It's just covered up by legal fiction and language corruption, which is in response to India Willoughby saying there is not a single case anywhere in the world of a predator pretending to be trans going down the 3-month self-ID process with a solicitor and using an updated birth certificate to attack a woman. Not one. It's a complete lie. Hashtag pitchforks and lanterns. And then we have here this. So this is the this is a picture of the person as they were when they were a man. You see, he's a right prince and a right good looker. You see, other people are saying things like this. This fox is picked on by all the other foxes, so for his safety, we've decided to put him in with the chickens. We haven't asked the chickens what the chickens think is irrelevant. The chickens are bigots. You see, because that's how it works. And so, like, here we go. So this is the article that I saw was this. I think it was the Mail Online one. In fact, I'll just go to my profile. There I am. Hello, it's me. Ooh. I mean, that does look like a scene from a domestic violence thriller, doesn't it? I mean, that one there is the abuser, obviously, and this one is the one that's like, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be in this relationship. It's like, yeah, you fucking in this relationship, you understand, you're staying with me. I'd rather kill myself. I'll fucking kill you first. Do you get what I mean? It's that one of them sort of situations. That's what that looks like right there. I gotta stay on target. Where's the fucking tweet? Ah, there it is. Okay, so it was the BBC I saw. This was the article. Rapist guilty of attacking women before gender change. There's a bigger version of this photograph where it's more sort of panned out. That's quite zoomed in on their head and their face. But if you look at the original photograph, they're wearing red skinny trousers. I think there might be leggings. And you can see the cock and balls sort of bulging out at the front of these fucking leggings. It's It's a sight to behold. I'll see if I can find it for you all. Anyway, here we go. Let's dive into this one. Right. A transgender woman has been found guilty of raping 2 women in a tax carrier. Don't forget, this is by the BBC. So we're having to talk in woke terms. You have to read between the lines. You obviously know what I'm saying. Just go with it, right? Transgender woman has been found guilty of raping 2 women in attacks carried out before she changed gender. Isla Bryson. Wait, what? Who the fuck's this India Willoughby then? I thought they were the same person. Alright, never mind. Isla Bryson was found guilty at the High Court in Glasgow, faces a custodial sentence. She committed the crimes in Clydebank and Glasgow in 2016 and 2019, while known as Adam Graham. A High Court in Glasgow heard that the 31-year-old has now started the process of gender reassignment. Judge Lord Scott said she had been convicted of 2 extremely serious charges and had significant custodial sentence. And a significant custodial sentence was inevitable. BBC Scotland understands Bryson is being sent to Cornton Vale Women's Prison in Stirling, but will not be held alongside the jail's general population. A risk assessment will then be carried out to decide where Bryson should go. After that, a risk assessment should be carried out to decide where Bryson should go after that. Yeah, because basically it's down to the courts to say whether or not this person is too much of a risk to go into a women's prison or not. So in these sorts of cases, it's not entirely certain that just because you had gender reassignment surgery that you would go into a woman's prison. But I guess it would make it more easy for you to get in there if you had your bottom surgery, if you had your cock lobbed off, yeah, and then you weren't able to stick it in anybody when they didn't want it, yeah. I think that would be the best way forward for you getting into a women's prison. And I think this is the thing with a lot of the arguments that women, or most people have with the transgender row at the moment, is that we don't mind if you want to call yourself a woman, but you have to face the biological fact that you have a penis. Now, you may very well fully intentionally feel deep within your heart that you are a woman and that you want to live your life as a woman. But there are also men out there who want to pretend, who want to pantomime being a woman because they have a sex fetish for women's clothing, and it's more of a sex fetish to them, right? And not only that, just pretending so that they can get closer to the more vulnerable. Okay, let's just pretend for a moment that there are people out there also alongside the genuine trans people who actually want to live their life as trans women and trans men. So the 2 things can be true at the same time, you understand? You can have genuine people and you can have predators who are doing the same thing, yeah? And so because there are those predators with the opportunity to penetrate my fucking daughter or my mother or my wife or, you know, whatever, with their penis, yeah, then unfortunately those people should not be able to access those vulnerable groups. There's a reason why we have separated spaces for men and for women. Okay? Now, it doesn't matter how you feel on the inside, right? It really doesn't matter how you feel on the inside. What matters is, have you got a penis that could possibly penetrate someone? If that is the case, unfortunately, you can't go in a girl's bathroom. That's my take on it. Because, you know, unfortunately, there are arseholes in our society who genuinely want to hurt people with their penis. And also, there are genuinely people who don't want to hurt people with their penis and just live as women with a penis. But they can't do that because of the people who do want to hurt other people. Do you get what I'm saying? It would erode so many rights for women to allow trans women that still had penises into women's spaces, into women only spaces, in the sense of like changing rooms, toilets, and that kind of thing. Interestingly, I'm in the process of arranging a interview right now with a lifelong family friend who I consider to be like my auntie, who is transgender, who I've known all my life as a woman. They've never been anything else to me. They're my auntie. It's my mom's best friend from when they were a kid. They knew her as a man. My mom knew her as a man. They were there when they transitioned at the hospital. Like, opened it up, you know, like had a look at it, you know, like took the gauze off and had a look at it, all that sort of thing, you know, because they're mates. So it's not like I can't accept transgender people for who they are or anything like that. What I'm saying is, she actually went and got the bottom surgery. Yeah, she committed to it. She was like, this is how I want to live my life now. This is who I am. Deep in the core of my soul, I don't feel that I need this appendage anymore, and that to make myself feel more like a natural woman, I have to have this removed, and I have to have like what I would only describe as a facsimile of, you know, female genitalia. But my mum says that it all looks prim and proper and it's all there, and, you know, it looks like any other woman's. And I guess where I'm going with this is the fact that if you've got a penis, you shouldn't be allowed around women in women's spaces, women only spaces, because you can. It's like, what's the? I'm trying to think of another example, like a really, really mild example in everyday society. It's something that we shouldn't have to do, but we do it because there are other people out there. Yeah, I think someone turned around in one of the videos previously and says, you know, if I've got $100,000, I should be able to feel safe walking through, you know, any neighborhood in Chicago, you know, waving it above my head like this and not being attacked, not being, you know, shot or not being robbed, or, you know, I should be able to live in that world. But unfortunately, there are people out there who want to take that from me. And so it's best not to go waving it around over your head, that sort of thing. Why would you invite it? And by allowing trans women with penises into women's spaces, like, men are not allowed to go in there. If you look like a bloke, you're not allowed to go in there. Men are not allowed to go into women's spaces. It's like a massive thing, you know. It's like this like female embarrassment and all sorts of things, you know. It's like that's why they cover up really quickly. You like, and blokes get embarrassed and they cover their faces like, oh, I'm sorry, you know. It's a thing. Okay. So if you're using it as a vehicle to get close to younger people, this is the reason why you're not allowed to go in there. And I that's where I stand on that. Anyway, I think we've gone off piste a little bit here with regards to the core of this, but well, kind of, I guess, because the whole point of this segment is hashtag when is a woman. When do we call a woman a woman? And for me, it's I will be happy with your transition once you have your bottom surgery. Once I know that you've committed, and it's like, it's not for me to ask either. You know what I mean? It's not like oh yeah, I'm a woman. Really, you don't look like a woman. Well, I am a woman. Oh yeah, you had your bottom surgery. That's none of my fucking business. You know what I mean? I can't ask those questions because of dignity and diversity, because of equal rights and equal opportunities. I'm not allowed, because of hate speech, I'm not allowed to say those things. I'm not allowed to ask those things. And that goes for anyone. I'm not allowed to ask them about their health. Or I can ask as much as I like, and people can respond only as much as they want. But no one is obliged, and I have no right. It's just wrong to ask in the first place, isn't it? So because of all these nuanced reasons that there are within society, you just can't have it. There's no way of validating that you've had your bottom surgery. Trans women, unfortunately, don't belong in women's spaces, women-only spaces. I'm sorry, that's where I stand on that. Because this guy, right, he rapes two women in 2 different years. And then when he's like been to court, that's when he starts going through the gender reassignment process. And he says here he or she, I should say. What was it she was saying? I don't understand why anyone would go through. Where the heck did I read that? Am I having a stroke or something? Am I missing something here? We were just reading it. And it said that they went through a 2 or 3 month reassignment thing with their solicitor. Let's see. What? Well, anyway, my take on it was, through a gaping hole in Scottish law, rapist decides to transition in an attempt to avoid male prison. However, a spokesman for the Scottish Conservatives Russell Finlay, MSP, said it would be wrong to put a male-bodied rapist in a woman's prison. And this is the thing, it's like it's a male body still. You know what I mean? We if you've got the ability to still make your inmates pregnant, or you've got the ability to fucking, you know, commit your despicable acts, then you shouldn't be anywhere near him anyway. I think if he does get sent to this women's prison, he'll always be kept in like a separate wing, a separate part of the prison. He'll never ever join general population. And I do you know what? I can't even commit to calling them a woman. I can't even commit to saying she. I keep saying he. I know I keep saying he, and I'm conscious of it, and I've heard myself say it quite a few times. I just don't think they're genuine, and that's where it is for me in my head. If I don't think you're genuine, I can't accept it. Yeah, you gotta go all the way, mate. Sorry. Have it lobbed off, and then I'll know you're serious about it, and then I'll respect you. You want to live like a woman, live like a woman. Means you got to sit down when you go for a piss. Yeah? All those kinds of things. Luckily, you won't get a period every month, because you haven't got the internal organs for that. I don't know. When is a woman a woman? Well, I guess if she's got ovaries and you know, has the potential to bear a child in her own womb, in her own uterus, then immediately that's when a woman is a woman. Yeah. When she's old enough to produce a child, I guess. That's when a woman becomes a woman. But if you're a man, then you become a woman when you get your dick chopped off. Which reminds me of a little song. Or a little limerick. Here we go. Bit outdated. I don't know whether this is going to go down well, but here we go. There once was a man from China. He wasn't a very good climber. He fell on a rock and split his cock, and now he's got a vagina. And I think that's where I'm going to leave this segment for now, ladies and gentlemen. We might come back to it, and don't forget, I am actually going to be arranging an interview with my trans auntie, basically. And I've got an awful lot of things that I want to ask her about her life, and, you know, the things that happened before she transitioned, you know, what was her life like then. And I want to go through a whole load of things. I want to get a full understanding of, because I've only got one side of her life that I understand, you know, and it's just from what I see of her, but there is obviously a whole bunch of other things that have gone along in her head throughout her life that I'm completely unaware of, and I want to get in there and suck a load of it out, because I think it's important information, especially in today's day and age, and the conversations that are happening now in the social sphere. So yeah, if you did like that section, then please like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Don't forget to share it, and please comment down below or in the live chat, because your input is important to me, and I do want to try and build the channel up. So until then, I'll see you next time on that one. But don't worry, I'm not really going anywhere, because I'm just chopping that segment out later. So what are we talking about now? I see free the quartering is still trending. Okay. Back to Twitter. That Star Wars girl, Anna, she got very involved in the Brittany Venti Eliza Blue situation because, you know, obviously they're sisters, you know, her and Brittany, they're good friends, at least online, I guess, but I think they've met in real life. Also, I see from the numerous live streams from all these conventions that go on. I never get to go to them because they're always in America. Oh yeah, Eliza's trending. Why is Eliza trending now? You see what I mean? Right, so here we go, right? Right, yellow flash, an hour ago. You forgot to take this one down, Eliza Blue, yeah? And it's obviously the video that we've already seen, yeah? Umbrella guy, yeah? Now Twitter is posting a warning to protect Eliza Blue, saying a link to a YouTube video is unsafe. Elon Musk just denounced this same shit when with the Twitter files. New management, same rules. And there you go. Like, if you post... Well, I mean, it hasn't done it for him. So... maybe that's because it's from World Star Hip Hop. Let's just have a quick look. Okay, that's from World Star Hip Hop. Lordzilla posting it there as well. It's like, what are you gonna do? Ah. Aha. Okay, so this Frank Pellegrino, whoever that guy is, right? Am I right? That fucking guy. I don't know who he is. I think, isn't that Chrissy Mez? No, is that the guy? Is that him? Am I right? Tell me if I'm wrong. Come on. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Frank, you're getting a free shout out on my channel. Yeah, it is. Okay, alright. Hello, Frank. The Eliza World Star hip hop video is gone. What does this mean? As long as she remains silent, speculation will grow. Well, I guess what it means is that she might have a genuine claim, and until Jeremy and Brittany delete their tweet, they'll remain banned. I mean, look, I don't like the rules, but sometimes that's what they're there for. If it was one way, you know, we were in this room and now we're in that room. It's two completely different things now. If she genuinely has a claim and she can go to like World Star Hip Hop and say, no, that you shouldn't have done this. This is, you know, then fucking hell, you know, maybe it's got some credence to it. maybe it's got some credence to it. No, okay, so someone here is saying Twitter has removed the link to the video in the community notes. At Elon Musk, are you guys running a cover for Eliza? You allowed 2 people to be banned for posting a YouTube video, then said the YouTube video link was dangerous, and now you've deleted it. Well, that's not necessarily what's been deleted, but yeah, the context. Well, if it turns out that she actually has a copyright claim or a privacy claim or something like that, then what that states there, the screenshot in question appears to have originated from a music video publicly available on YouTube for several years. Well, that is true in a way, I guess. How do I feel about this? Hang on, how do I feel about this? There's real-time soul wrestling right now. What do I fucking care? It's not my fucking life. Look, I don't like to see hypocrisy, and once I can put to bed that no hypocrisy has been committed, I think I can live with it. So if Eliza has got a claim, then tough shit Venti and tough shit Jeremy, you've either got to delete it or stay banned. Oh, hang on. Here's the perfect time. Here's the perfect time to do one of them. I like that. It's a really nice touch, I think. I'm gonna fucking play it to death. I do actually have a Dubriferkin down in description. You know, Stream Elements tipping page. If you want to stick the tip in, go for it. If you want to be generous enough to support me in that way. I can't monetize the channel with 21 subscribers, obviously. So hopefully, as it picks up, we'll do some memberships and stuff like that. Right, the time is 10 o'clock in the UK. I'm not as from Heels versus Babyface, so I won't be doing a 24-hour fucking live stream of The Witcher or anything close to that. Started at 8, 9, 10. That's 2 hours. That'll do it for me, I think. Right, so from today, I will be uploading some shorts, and the segments of this stream will be chopped up, obviously, as I've been planning on doing it anyway. But also, I'm going to be pre-recording some videos on subjects that we just didn't get to touch upon in the stream, or things that aren't really appropriate for me, or I don't know, maybe I just need to think about them better, script it out, that sort of thing, and actually write a piece and speak about it properly rather than just fucking rambling on. Do you know what I mean? And on Monday morning, I will be doing a live gaming stream that will be starting at about 10 o'clock. So stay tuned for that one on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at JackTarLad. Go see me there. And yeah, I guess that's it. Until next Wednesday, I'll see you for another broadside then. And until Monday, or it might be sooner than then. It could be sooner than you think. I might do something on Friday morning. I might do something on the weekend. I'm not entirely sure yet. But until then, Monday will be my next stream, which is the gaming stream. And I guess until then, take care. I'll see you soon. Hope you have a good night, folks. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget, you know. See you later.